So today, we're on a mission. One of my funnest things to do. We are scouting and we're putting out some cameras. I know a lot of people are against cameras, cell cameras in general. I think it's easy. It helps you kill deer. Yes, it does. But it doesn't even guarantee it. But I'm going to take you on a journey with me. Trying to check some old spots. I have a couple cameras out there that have been sitting for a year. Standard cameras. See what's on them. Then we're going to find some new spots. Sam's got a couple spots he wants to check out. He's also got a couple cameras. It's going to be a few-day journey. It's me, Sam, and Manny. They're behind me. We're going to put as many miles as we can on the ground today and tomorrow and possibly Sunday to see how much footage and what we could find. But let me shut this off. It's a nice little hike to where we got to get to. The first spot we're going to is what I call the money spot. And I'll get in more detail when I get there, and I'll explain it. So we're finally there. I'm a little upset though, but I'm always happy too. Never as bad, as good. So someone stole my trail camera that's been here for 3 years, I would say. And last year I really let it soak. I didn't touch it or anything, and I've never seen anybody back here before. So if you took it, shame on you. Not mad, I just would rather know what was on it. But I did find this, which I'm very excited over. That is a big scrape. That is probably, my guess, 3.5, 4 feet wide. Pretty big. As you can see, they are chewing on the branch. So I'm still happy with that. But what I'm going to do, I got Sam circling around one side of the hill, and I'm going to circle around the other side of the hill, and I'm going to see what kind we find. But we did kick 4 deer up coming up here, but I don't know what they were. But we seen them all trotting away. They do bed up on this point. Now how it works is basically, let me turn the camera around and show you guys. So basically, we're on the top of a hillside. This hill runs that way, all in the circle here. Sam's over in this direction, walking this way. I'm going to go in this direction, walk that way, and that's Manny. So we came from over here, and we walked this edge, and the deer were right here. So they do tend to bed along this side. So I'm going to check that, and I'm going to walk this hillside to Sam and see what we could find. There is rubs all in here. They're all older rubs, but that's still good. It shows that they do frequent this spot. Here's an older one right here. On that tree, let me show you another one, because there's quite a few of them in here. But they're all small saplings, but who knows what's doing them. There's nothing gigantic right now that says, wow, there's a monster deer in here yet. But this is the new money spot. We usually hunt this, and there's deer all over in here all the time. But last year we didn't hunt it. Here's another one. So there's another one here, which is an older one. So they're definitely hitting this. But here's another one right over here as I walk this way. I'll show you that. I might as well show you that one too. And that one goes up pretty tall. It's a smaller tree, but that goes up probably 3.5 feet, 4 feet maybe. Definitely higher than my waist. And I just seen it. There's actually deer scat. I say it all the time. The internet gets mad when you say deer poop. But let me head back over that way, and I'm going to walk that ridge and see what kind of sign is coming off of that ridge. I made it about 80 yards down the ridge. And where I'm at, I actually found some deer scat next to a bed, which is right there. Now, I did see hair in it, but when I'm sitting here looking, to me, I think that is a doe bed. I don't see any rubs, and the scat next to it is very, very small. Kind of looks like Cocoa Puffs, but to me, it doesn't scream mature either. But we are marking on Onyx, so we have that. We marked the scrape on Onyx, and I'm going to keep going down this hillside. So now I'm on the bottom side of that hill, and I found something really good. Sam actually found it, so we're going to have him credit. Look at this. Another monster scrape. So, I don't know if you can tell, but we're on the downside of a hill here. The top of the hill is that way. So I've walked the trail going this way, which leads right to the scrape. I don't know if you could tell on this camera either, but that's a sign of pines right there, that whole side. And that's where I found the original scrape, the first one. I found it about 100 yards up the hill on the edge of the pines, on that transition between the pines and the hardwoods. So I walked the hardwoods, or the field edge. I walked the edge of the pines, the transition, and I got to where it looked like an older trail on the side of the hill, and it led me right to this. So they're definitely working this area. I just wish whoever stole that camera didn't steal it and I could see what's on it. But so far, first spot of the day, which I always called this the money spot, but we never dug deep into it. But I'll tell you, I've never seen so much deer scat all in the woods. Never seen that much. It's all generated in this general area, and it is loaded. I just wish we would have hunted it last year. But we're going to keep moving and see what else we find. We're on our way back now to the truck to go to the next spot. Started raining on us, but that spot was pretty good this year as far as sign goes. I did get another camera out there. Don't touch it. But I seen a lot of scat. It was all over the place. Seen a lot of rubs, new, well, last hunting season, and historical ones. Found a couple nice scrapes. Found a nice bed. And I actually learned how they use that area. Like I said, they're using that pine transition that goes from the top of the hill down, and then they're using the side of the hill down. So we got two good spots, and we found a good tree that we're going to sit in next year to hunt. But we're going to head to the next spot now. So right now, we're in Sam's spot, and we're already finding tons of scat on this trail. So we found this trail last year, and we scouted it, but today we're going to fine tune it. Now, we're already seeing scat on this trail, and it's a heavily used trail. So he's going to put a camera somewhere in this spot. I got Manny behind me, and Sam's out in front of me. So I kind of wanted to let him do his own thing in this spot instead of me giving him ideas or me pushing his head. I'd rather him learn it himself and figure it out, if that makes sense. But as you can see, let me show you, this is a really good trail. So we're going to scout around here, see what we can find, and get Sam's camera up. So them guys are behind me. We found a good spot. Sam actually put his camera up. He's excited for it. We got him on that main trail, so anything that comes up or down that main trail, he's going to catch on camera. So that's 2 spots down today. It's starting to pick up in the rain. We're going to try to get to one more spot tonight. Hopefully catch it before the rain comes in really bad. If not, then we're going to start putting out some more tomorrow. But we got a lot of spots to do tomorrow. But let's see if this rain stops.
I'm trying to put my camera, buddy.
I got that all on camera. Man, we had to speed scout this one really quick. It's pouring. We did end up finding a nice rub, and we got Sam's camera set up right there. And not far that way is where we found a massive rub. So we ended up finding this also. I don't know if you could see it on camera, but right there is a nice pond. And I got a feeling if anything's bedded behind us, that's an old clear cut, and it is thick as can be. And that rub is right on the outside of it. Early season, anything that comes out of there is most likely going to head towards that pond. So Sam's got another golden spot. Now we're going to head out of here. It's about 6:30, almost 7 o'clock. It's about to be dark.
7:13, my guy.
7:13. But tomorrow we'll be back at it with some more scouting and some more cameras. So it's the next day, and we're in a new spot for Sam. We've never been here before. And right away we found a massive deer trail, game trail. So we're going to walk it. It leads to a creek bottom, it looks like. So we're going to walk the creek and see what we can find. But let me show you what this game trail looks like. So it's definitely pretty heavily used. So I'm actually excited to see what leads up to this. But we're going to do some walking, show you the creek right there. We're going to see what we could find, and we'll show you. So right now, I think we found a really good spot. But I'm trying to pinpoint if it's buck bedding or it's a staging area. Because we found a really good rub. And as I look, I'm seeing rubs all over. I'm seeing older ones, newer ones on all the trees in here. And one of them is definitely a decent sized rub. But it's basically, we're on the edge of a hillside. That hillside drips down to a creek. And right on this, it's a little, kind of a bowl. smaller bowl I'll show you as I'll turn it around. But it's pretty thick on the backside of it where we are. All fallen down pine trees, thorns. Stem count's pretty high. Stuff's all so pretty good cover. And let me show you the rubs. There's quite a few of them. So we got that one, which it's about 3 feet tall, I would say. So now we look, we got a historical one here. There. There. But as I walk 20 feet, if that, historical one there. We got a fresh one here. Historical one here. Now, I'm filming on my DJI, so I don't know if the camera does it justice, but you can see the hilltops here, and that's where it's draining down. It's a big creek bottom, and you can see how thick it is, and it wraps all the way there. So, I don't know if he's bedding here. I'm not seeing signs of bedding, or if this is a staging area. But what we're going to do is we're going to walk around in here a little bit more and see what else we can find and pick a spot. There is a downside though, because this spot has absolutely no cell service. So there's no way we'll be able to get a cell camera in here. So that's another downside of using cell cameras. But we're going to dig deeper over here, see what we can find. Man, I think we narrowed him down. I believe, personally, he is bedding. Let me show you what I'm looking at. So we have this steep creek. I believe he is bedding over on this nub. You can see it. This is a creek. And on the other side, that's another creek that runs down. And it comes straight up. So it comes to a point. He is bedding somewhere over here. But right here, he is crossing down, coming like this, coming across right up here. And then he's coming like this. I will show you why I believe this is his spot, his trail. His feces, very, very big. And this trail I've been following, you can't see it, it's very faint. Has tons of sign. Historical rub. Historical rub. Then he comes this way, which there was scat there. I'm not saying it's old or new. I didn't waste time on that. And then I came here, which this trail's faint. Scat. Them are very big pieces too. So, in my opinion, that is definitely a bigger deer. Another rub, smaller one. Then he's coming through here. I 100% believe this is his main trail from exiting that nub. And I don't know if he's hanging out in here. I'm not 100% sure if he's staging in here or this is his rut funnel. But the downside is, like I said, we can't get a camera on here to get more information. But let me keep showing you guys. Historical rub. Feces. Historical rub. Rub. And there's the big boy rub right there. That is a very good rub. And as I go even further on this trail, if you look to my left, this is thick. Especially right now, it's still thick, but it's going to be even thicker when it's hunting season. And still to my right, super thick. And then that crossing's still right here, that creek bottom. As I go even further, historical rub, newer rub. Now, the downside is I can't inspect any further because this beyond here is private. So for me, that's enough information to want to hunt this spot. It's good. I see good sign, good rubs. And like I said, the pines directly behind me could also be really good doe bedding. And he's just scent checking this, knowing where the does are all the time. But what we're gonna do, me and Sam, that guy right there, we're gonna try to find a tree for him to hunt out of. So we came down on this other hillside here. As you can see, it's hard to tell from the camera, but this goes way uphill. And we drop down. They always say 1/3 down the hill is usually where bucks travel. That's what I learned from Dan Infalt. And we came to this sort of a trail. It's very faint. You can't see it. But we got Sam right here setting up a camera. And the reason why he's setting up that camera is along this trail. Let me show you what we found, which is really good. We found this real nice scrape. So we even got the branch right here torn up pretty good. So we got Sam right there, probably 20 yards from it, which we both really like this spot and how it plays out. It's a little bit of a walk to get down here, but when you get down here, it is quiet. That's the bonus. It's open a lot that way. It opens up, which I don't like that personally. So I think most of the movement is going to come from this way. It's really thick going up this whole ridge, and the camera doesn't show it, but it's a drainage that runs here, and on the other side is another hillside which comes down to a point. So if anything is bedded down there, is most likely coming through here and hitting this scrape, which it's a really good find. So I'm excited to see what the camera catches. So it's starting to pour on us again. We're getting soaked. We're going to get this tittied up. We're going to get this all set up. And then we're going to head back to the truck. Hopefully it stops raining so we can get the 1 or maybe 2 more spots. But let's see what happens. We put a lot of miles on between yesterday and today. Sam's on his final spot. He's in a spot where he's just throwing his camera up. A spot he's already hunted, so I let him do his thing. And I wanted to talk about this weekend, and I wanted to dig deep on what people think. Like, do you guys believe that trail cameras are cheating? Make the job easy, make hunting easy. Like I said, a lot of states ban them. You can't use them. But I think the reason why they do ban them is more a privacy thing. I guess people who like to walk the woods don't want to be caught on camera. But for hunting, like I said, we had a spot today that we couldn't even get cell service. But we found an amazing sign. We marked it on Onyx. We found a game plan to hunt that spot. Now, we also found spots that had great sign, and we were able to get a camera in there. To me, I firmly believe it's not, because you're not guaranteed anything. Just because you have a camera there doesn't mean you're going to kill the deer. You can get busted going in, busted coming out, busted in a tree sitting there. There's so many things that have to work perfect for it all to come true and happen the way you expect it to happen. But cameras are a bonus, because to me, the way I use them, it lets me know if the spot that I'm actually hunting can produce deer, or if deer travel that area. If I leave a camera all year round and I don't see anything, then that spot's a no-go. I move the camera. I might move it 150 yards down the road or down the trail or down the ravine, whatever it is, to see if that gets anything and let that sit for a year. I'm not one of them guys that, let me explain it. I'll take a million cameras and put them in a million different spots and then move them. Me, no, I let it soak in a spot for a whole year. I get enough intel, and then I go off what that camera shows me and I put it somewhere for the next year. Now, to each his own on cameras. We're all going to have our own opinions, our own beliefs, what we think is good. I know a lot of guys who actually stopped using cameras because they felt it got too easy and they wanted to go old school style where I want to be surprised at what shows up, which I understand their side of the argument, but I'm not there yet. To me, I use it as a tool. I don't use it as an advantage because I still don't believe they give you this great advantage. You can have that camera be at home at work and boom, the camera dings and there's the deer you're after. It doesn't matter. The camera's there as a tool, not to actually help you harvest the animal. But we had a great weekend. We had fun. I love scouting. It's one of my favorite things to do. I do want to give a giveaway. I have a Moultrie Edge camera, one camera that I want to give to a subscriber. All you have to do is comment down below, watch the video, obviously, and tell me your thoughts on cameras. Are they cheating? Do you not like them? I'm not biased. I will read all the comments, the negative, the positives, all of them, just to get them more understanding from a majority of hunters that also do what we do. I said we hunt all public. The risk we take is they do get stolen, which you can see in this video, one got stolen. But all you have to do, like I said, comment, tell me what you guys think, your opinion. And the one that I feel I like the most is going to win a camera, and I'm going to ship it to you. You just got to link up with me. We'll figure out your address and everything, and we'll get it shipped out to you. But once again, I really appreciate everybody for watching my videos. We have a lot of subscribers now. We have jumped over 70,000, which to me is amazing, and I'm very appreciative. But I don't want to stop. It's not about the subscribers. It's about the content. It's about interacting with you guys, having fun, and showing people what I love to do. But thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.